Morning. I'm glad you joined me again this morning. I'll be doing these every Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. I know it's Easter, so happy Easter to everybody, and hopefully this isn't actually in the middle of your church service, or you could watch it later. But anyway, I wanted to make sure you're all doing well and not going crazy with this isolation. So in order to help, I find that crafting really is very satisfying to do. I mean, creating anything is good. I made blueberry jam yesterday for my brother because he likes a bit of jam at lunch and he was running out. So I got some dried blueberries and made some jam. I'll let you know how it turns out. We haven't tried it yet. The other thing I did that is, I guess, crafty but was rather scary was he needed his haircut. It was just too long. I'm lucky mine is still coming back in. It's not going to need cutting for 6 months, but he has offered to help if necessary. And the problem was he needed his haircut and my hairdressing scissors weren't coming for another couple of weeks and he couldn't wait, so I had to use fabric scissors. And the little tiny bit on the back of his shaver. But there was no blood, no band-aids, so I'm declaring it a victory. Anyway, that's given you enough time, hopefully, to find me and log on. So let's get started. Hang on, let me just check something. Okay, this is annoying. I'm just trying to see if, when I put this down, whether this is going to be right. But we'll just have to hope. Okay. Right, so I'm talking to you today about the paper pumpkin kit. Here's the box from last month. This is March. And it was a special one because March is the anniversary of Paper Pumpkin. It's 7 this year, which is incredible actually. So if you've already done your 12 cards here, then you're probably thinking, what can I do next? So let's move this out of the way and I'll show you what I have done. So, here's the first one. Oh, I was going to show you these, wasn't I? So, this is the stamp set that comes. This is the kind of thing that comes usually in a paper pumpkin. But because it's their 7th birthday, they also sent these. So we've got double to play with, which is really fun, I think. So this is the first card that I made using the extra stamp sets. Then I thought, what if people don't have many products? What if they need, they could get note cards, because you can get 20 note cards for $6, I think, something like that. So it's really good value. And they come with envelopes, and I decorated one to match the card. And then I thought, let's do another note card, but let's step it up a bit, make it a bit more fancy. So that's what we're going to make today. I'll put these over here, and we'll get started. So I've got my base, which is lovely lipstick. Of course, you can use any colour that you like. I, again, forgot to do this. So I'll just use my bone folder. Love my bone folder. Much crisper fold, see? So there we go. Then, let's just put that there so you can see. I think you can see it anyway. So I think I'll do the next piece first. Now this could be quite tricky. because the only way I have found to do this is to put my head right over it so I can really see how it lines up. But that means you can't see what I'm doing. So let's try and do it without looking over it too much. Now, I've got some scoring around the edges. I was inspired by a friend of mine, Kylie Henshaw. She inspired another of my cards actually, but I thought, I haven't done scoring for ages, I'm going to try it. So with this one, it's easier if you do the flowers first, and I would recommend that you have a dark colour, so that when you get the actual basket piece out, you can see through. I tried it the other way, it didn't work as well, but this is never going to work. Hang on, I'm going to have to put my head in the way. Okay. Oh, I moved it. Well, I'm just going to go for it. And it's way off. But if you put your head over it and you look at the left hand and right hand upper, left hand lower, you can see it. And as you're pushing it down, you can see where you are. But we'll just pretend that came out absolutely perfectly, okay? I think that's what we'll pretend, because you don't need to watch me doing it again and really having to have my head in the way so I can line it up. So next I did 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Make sure you move your cutting blade out of the way, or you're going to end up cutting 1/4 of an inch off. And I've actually done this wrong. Well, I suppose it's different. This is where the mountain side is. So I could actually just get back and do it again on the back. If you do it on the back, then it stands out on the front. I did that earlier this morning too. So you'd have thought I'd have learnt by now. But I haven't had any coffee yet. That's probably the problem. Yeah. So if you're sitting there saying, what is Liz talking about? What is a paper pumpkin? It's a kit it's a subscription basically. It comes out each month. You have to sign up by the 10th. And I moved it over here. So let's pretend that was okay, and I will make it again later. And I'm using You Are Capable of Amazing Things. And so you just put that in here. I used Lovely lipstick. I always call it Lucky lipstick. I don't know why. Oops. And then, where's my snail? There it is. Just all you have to do is put it together. So if you want to know what a paper pumpkin is, it's a subscription kit. It costs $22 a month if you go monthly. And you can stop or put it on hold or cancel it easily whenever you want. Or you can buy it prepaid, which is cheaper. And I think I've just run out of snail. Yes, I have. Here's another And it's a better value if you buy it in bulk. I mean, it doesn't, the $22 monthly subscription includes shipping. The prepaids do not. The 1 month is $21, and if you had put in an order of $70, because $6.95 is the minimum shipping, but if it's at $70, then you pay 10% from that point on. So if I assume that you have actually put in a big enough order, then the 21 would cost you 23, which is more expensive. If you buy 3 months, it's 63. If you buy 6 months, it's even better. It's 114 plus shipping, but you save $1 a month. And if you buy a year's subscription, it costs $2.20, and that's you buy 11, and you get a freebie. And in fact, it's a hair over $20 each, because the shipping would be $22, and it's the best way to do it. That's how I get mine. So I'm not going to glue that on there because that needs to be fixed. Okay, so that's that one. So how do you get Paper Pumpkin? Easy. You just go to paperpumpkin.com and sign up. Or you can, I'll put a link out after this, and you just click on the link and it will take you there, and it will have picked me as your demo, which I'd really appreciate. And then you get set up, and it's really easy. Now, this one I recommend, which is this one. I recommend doing the inside flowery bit first. It works better that way. Well, I think it does. So I'm using Mango Melody, and I'm using a little note card, because I figured if you don't have many supplies, having to have a trimmer to trim the different layers, having lots of inks and colours and in the cardstock. So I thought, what if you don't have that? So let's use these wonderful note cards. Sorry, I got distracted trying to make sure I do it right. There we go. That might be a little high up, but I'll low down rather. Then I do this. This one's a bit squished for space, this way up, but I liked it this way up. I'm stamping off the black first, and then you've got these little label places, and you just put the label right over there. Well, close. As I said, I'm not used to stamping from sideways. Well, not sideways, but not being able to look over. Then we'll need that later. Need the Granny Apple Green for the things growing out. So let's try and get this right. Probably about there. Yep, not bad. And then we need the Let Love Grow sentiment. So we'll put that right there. I think what I'll do is I'll do these again later and cut them out and put them on top. It should work. Okay. Right, so, and then you just fold it. It's easier to manage those if they're already not folded before you start. And then I just did the same thing on the envelope. Okay, so moving on. Here's the final card. I got a little carried away. I was thinking a nice rainbow of things would be great. So, it's to go over there for now. I'll need that. Let's start with the Daffodil Delight. Currently it's not that. Excuse my reach, I just needed to get that clean. Right, so there's not a lot of room here, so for 3 of them, but it looks good with 3, I think. So fairly close to the edge. There we go. Change to thinking about last week. I'm closing my ink pads. So then try and get it about level. There we go. Oh no, I need that again. And then I'm going to have some Poppy Parade. They look terribly similar, don't they? But they're not quite the same colour. And there we go. Poppy Parade one. Right, so need these. Well, let's see how I can do this time. I swear it's quite easy to do, but if you can, maybe I'll stand up. It's better. Well, standing is helping, but not perfect. But that's okay. So then we need to put the black away. Oh yeah, we do. We really do need to put the black away. I don't know when I did that. Well, you know, getting messy is fun, isn't it? And these go on the top of the boots. Yep. Nice. And then we have this little piece here. For the sentiment. There we go. And here's the triple banner punch, which I love. It's just so handy. It's an inch and a half is that, and then 2 inches. As long as you cut it just slightly narrower than that, just a smidge, you can easily insert it. I think that might be, it's a little long. I think I'll just put it back in, cut it off again. There we go. So we fold that. there. And we'll pop it up with some dimensionals, because why not? There are dimensionals in the paper pumpkin this month, so you probably have a few left if you need them and you don't have any. But so as you can see, it's very easy to make alternative cards with the paper pumpkin. So it's a really good value, because you get an ink spot each month, and they don't repeat the colours in a year, so you build up a nice little collection of ink dots, which is great if you don't have the full size, and they take up much less space. In fact, I've found that a paper pumpkin box that I've already finished is a great place to put the ink spots. So put that about there, and there we go. Okay, I'm going to move you back up again. Hope you could see all that well, properly. I keep going the wrong way, don't I? So, hey Emma, hey Kylie. So that's all I have for today, and I'm sorry to Emma and Kylie, because I know that they're in the UK and you can't get the paper pumpkin, but hopefully one day it will become more global. But if you are, oh yes, happy Easter to you too. So, but if you're in the US and you fancy some crafting and some alternatives, I have a paper pumpkin kit night, which I'm going to try doing on Zoom this month, because we can't get together. So thanks so much for crafting with me, or at least watching. I hope it's given you some inspiration, and I will see you next Sunday. Okay, bye.